Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link, and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hey there kids, how are you doing? Welcome to today's class. Today is the last class of our painting course that we've been going ahead and having here, and I am super excited to have you here today. Now, one of my favorite topics to go ahead and paint is doing a bunch of leaves and doing a bunch of plants. If you look at the background that I have right here, you will notice that I have a lot of greens, a lot of flowers, you have a lot of plants, you have everything botanical. So today's class is very, very similar to that. We're going to go ahead and paint three beautiful plants together. Now, before we get started with today's class, let's talk a little bit about the certificate program as well as your submissions. Now, coming to your certificate program, like you all know, you're getting certificates for the work that you're going ahead and doing. Only things to keep in mind is, firstly, you have to go ahead and make sure to attend all of your classes. For example, this was a 6-part course or a 6-class course. You had to go ahead and attend all of the 6 classes to be eligible to get a certificate. The next thing that you have to go ahead and keep in mind is all regarding your submissions. That is, if you are attending 6 classes, that is, there are 6 classes, then you have to go ahead and have 6 submissions done. Then you will go ahead and get a certificate. Now, apart from the certificate itself, let's talk a little bit about your submissions. Now, I've been telling you a lot about how if you've done a good job, not done a good job, whatever you've done, it is a must and most important to do your submissions. So if you don't remember that aspect, let me talk a little bit about it. So what I keep telling you guys is that we as a teacher as well as a student need to focus on just one particular thing, which is progress. We need to look at you doing better, and we need to look at you doing a good job. Now, how do we look at that? How do we focus on that? How is it that we want to keep our focus on that? The way is looking at being responsible at you with your submissions, and being responsible that you're going ahead and doing your work, and being responsible that you're submitting your work, and me as a teacher looking at your work and being focused that yes, you are improving, seeing that change that I want to go ahead and see in your work, and being able to see that progress that you're making. So make sure to do all of your submissions irrespective of how you've done, good job, bad job, whatever it is. As a teacher, I will be able to identify if you're having a good day or a bad day. So make sure to do your submissions. Now, like I mentioned, we're going to be going ahead and painting three beautiful plants. So what we're going to do is we're first going to go ahead and draw it out, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the painting process. So let's go ahead and firstly get started with the list of materials that you need for today's class. First thing that you need for today's class is going to be a sheet of paper. Now, one thing that I've been telling you about your sheet of paper when it comes to painting is to have a good thick sheet of paper. So I would like for your sheet to be a little on the thicker side. So for example, if you have a sketchbook or a drawing book like I have right here, you can go ahead and take that. If you do not have something like this, then go ahead and take a thick drawing sheet of paper. Taking an A4 size sheet of paper or just a simple unruled sheet of paper would not be good because your sheet of paper might end up tearing. So make sure to have a nice thick sheet of paper. The next thing that you'll need for today's class is going to be a pencil. We're going to use the pencil to go ahead and sketch out your plants. So have a good, nice pencil with you. The next thing that you'll need for today's class is going to be a set of paints. Now here I have watercolor paints with me. So here you can see I have a set of 24 and they are watercolor cakes. Now you can go ahead and take any set of paints that you have at home. If you have poster paints, acrylic paints, or probably any different brand of watercolor paints, it would absolutely work. Just have a good set of paints with you. If you do not have 24 colors and probably you have 12 colors or probably you have 6 colors, that is also acceptable. You don't need all colors possible. I will tell you how to mix colors if you don't have all of your colors. The next thing that you'll need for today's class is going to be a paintbrush. Now have a good paintbrush with you. The paintbrush that I'm going ahead and using is by Faber-Castell and this is in the size 6. If you have a paintbrush that is bigger or smaller, it's completely all right. You can use any paintbrush that you have with you. Another thing that you know to keep in mind is you will have a paintbrush that comes with your palette or your paint set. You can definitely go ahead and use that as well. The last thing that I have not showed you here is going to be a water bowl. Now you will need the water bowl for washing your brushes off when they get dirty with paint. So make sure to have that. And if you do not have all of the colors, let's say you have only 6 colors, then most probably you will need to go ahead and keep mixing a color or two. So in that case, make sure you have a plate or a plastic, sheet or something to mix your colors in so that, you don't need to go ahead running later on once we start painting. So now let's go ahead and get started with the drawing process of our plants today. So first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and grab our pencil and we're going to go ahead and draw a line right at the bottom. Now this line is going to be sort of like a baseline or a reference line in order to have a sort of like a line or a base so that a guide so that you don't go above or below the line. Just have that line there. You can go ahead and draw this free-handed or you can go ahead and draw this with the scale. It's completely up to you how you want to go ahead and draw it. Now I'm going to wait here for a second, making sure you've gone ahead and done this, and then we can move on to the next step. Excellent job, everybody. You're doing so well. Perfect. Really well done. Amazing. All right, so since all of you have gone ahead and finished it up with that baseline, we can now go ahead and get started with our pot. The first pot I'm going to go ahead and draw is going to be right at the center of my sheet. I'm going to go ahead and take my pencil and draw a curved pot. So here you can see I'm going ahead and drawing a big U like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw a sleeping line on top to complete my pot. Good job, everybody. You're doing so well. Excellent, excellent work. Perfect. Amazing. Really well done. All right. Now the next step is going to be to go ahead and design your pot. Now I'm going to go ahead and do sort of like a sleepy line and a bunch of wiggly lines and sort of like a bunch of curves in order to make a beautiful design. Now you can go ahead and follow the same exact design that I am going ahead and doing, or you can go ahead and add in your design of choice. So go ahead and do whatever you like. This is your creative work in this. So go ahead and do whatever you prefer. So you can see I'm going ahead and doing sort of like a sleeping line, and then I'm going to go ahead and do sort of like a simple curve, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of other curves. Now this is optional. I just went ahead and did whatever design I want to do. If you don't want to do a design, that's also completely all right. Good, good, good work, everybody. So well done. Amazing work. Perfect. Great work, everybody. Very, very well done. All right, so I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished with your pots, and most of you have finished with your designs. So, good job. Try not to make your design very complicated, because if you make a very complicated design, then while painting it, it might be a little bit of a task and it might be a little bit of an issue. So, make sure you do a simple design that you can go ahead and paint later on. Perfect. So since everybody's gone ahead and finished up with their pot, we can go ahead and now draw the plant. The plant we're going to go ahead and draw is going to be a big cactus. Now I'm going ahead and drawing an easy cactus because it is really simple to go ahead and do this, and it's not very complicated. So all you have to do is you have to go ahead and draw a blob of any sort that you like. So here you can see I'm just going ahead and doing sort of like a curve, whichever shape that I like, and then to this I'm going ahead and doing a bunch of other curves on it. If you've ever seen this kind of cactus plant, you will know which one I'm going ahead and drawing. Now even with the shape of this, you can be as free as you like. You can go ahead and do smaller ones, you can do a bigger one, you can do one big, you can do one small with three like I've done, or you can do more smaller ones attached to this bigger one, whatever you prefer. I'm going to wait here, making sure all of you go ahead and finish up till this point. Perfect. Good job, everybody. Really, really well done. Perfect. Amazing, amazing work. I'm so glad to see some of you are using your creativity and doing something different. You're going ahead and adding in something different here and there from what I am doing. It makes me feel good knowing as a teacher that you're doing something more that I'm teaching you. Excellent job, everybody. Very, very, very well done. Perfect. Good job. All right, very well done, everybody. Excellent work. Now we can go ahead and move on to the next spot. Now, the next spot that I'm going to go ahead and do is going to be to the left hand side of this spot. Now, you can go ahead and do this on either side, it doesn't matter. We're doing 3 pots in total. So, just make sure you do one on either side in order to make it look good. So, what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and draw a rectangle pot. If you feel you want to go ahead and draw a pot that is of a different, design or a different shape, that also completely works. I'm going ahead and doing a simple rectangle one because I like rectangle pots. And then for my design, I'm going to keep this one simple. I'm going to go ahead and do just a top line, stripping line right there in order to create a beautiful look. Now I'm going to wait here because again, I want to give you the option of adding in any design. If you want to go ahead and add in, again, make sure not to add a very complicated design because it might get hard for you to paint later on. Good, good, good work, everybody. Very well done. Perfect. Excellent work. Great. Perfect, everybody. Very well done. Amazing, amazing work. Great. Everybody's done an excellent job drawing their pots and their design. So now we can go ahead and start drawing the plant itself. Now for the plant, I wanted to keep this a very, very simple plant. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and draw sort of like a long curve coming out. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw small, small curves coming out of that long curve. And we're going to do leaves around it. Now, if you've never done a leaf before, then you can just see the process of how I do one leaf and then go ahead and get started with the leaf because it can get a little complicated sometimes. Sometimes you might end up getting big leaf, fat leaf, small leaf, thin leaf. So just watch one so that you know what to do and then you can go ahead and do it. So like you can see, I'm going to go ahead and do one curve coming out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the leaf. So from one point I'm starting and I'm going ahead and doing one curve up and one curve up. So that is my basic leaf shape that I've gone ahead and done. I'm just going to wait here for a second, just in case some of you have not done a leaf. You can try it out and then correct it out if you need to. Excellent work, everybody. Very, very, very well done. Good job. Perfect. Perfect. All right, great. Everybody's done an excellent job. So now we can move on to the rest of the leaves. So for the rest of the leaves, just on the side, I'm going to do one line coming out, and I'm going to do the same exact process that I did with the previous leaf to go ahead and draw it curve by curve. So here again, I'm drawing all of the leaves at one go, and I'm not stopping because I want you to be able to draw as many leaves as they fit on your sheet of paper. I'm just showing you how my final look will look, wherein I've gone ahead and done two leaves on either side and one main leaf on the top. You can do these many if they fit. If you feel like only three leaves are fitting, that is one on top and two on either side, that also works. If you have more space than me, let's say, and you've gone ahead and done that top leaf little more higher and you have more space on the bottom, go ahead and draw more leaves. It's completely up to you. Try to make it look good and try to make it look like there's no, random gaps or spaces that are left. Just make it look nice and look good. Good job, everybody. So well done. Perfect. Excellent, excellent work. Really well done. Perfect. Good, good, good work. So proud of your work, everybody. Very well done. Good job. Excellent. All right, so I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your leaves. Now, if you've gone ahead and made any mistakes, I would like for you to go ahead and correct it off right away, because later on it can be a little hard for us to go ahead and erase it out, because once we start the painting, you might have too many things to handle, like a paintbrush and the paint and the mixing palette and the water bowl and everything. So correct it out right away so that we don't have any mistakes or errors later to focus on. Perfect. Good. All right. I see everybody ready to go. So let's move on to the next spot. Now, the next spot that I'm going to go ahead and draw is going to be on the right-hand side of my main pot. And this pot I'm going to draw like an actual pot. So I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom part of it, thinner, and the top part of it a little fatter. Now, you can go ahead and do, again, whatever shape you like. If you want to do a normal pot like I am, great. If you don't want to do a normal pot like I am, that is also great. Do whatever you prefer. And again, for the design as well, do whatever you like, no hard and fast rule. So for this, I'm going ahead and drawing two lines coming in like this, and then I'm doing a sleeping line at the bottom. For the top, I'm going ahead and making it a double line that is joined together. For my design, I'm going to go ahead and draw two lines in the center, and then I'm going to do a bunch of standing lines. That's going to be the design that I want to do. Again, like I mentioned, it's optional for you to do the design. If you want to do a good design, go ahead and do so. If you want to leave it blank, that also works. Maybe you can do multiple colors later when we paint the pot out. So do whatever you like best. Excellent, excellent job, everybody. Very, very well done. Good work. Perfect. Love how you guys are doing today. Excellent job. Good work. Perfect. So very, very well done, everybody. I can see all of your pots are looking very, very good. Okay, I see some of you who are taking a little bit more time doing your design. So let me just wait, making sure you've all gone ahead and finished. And then we can go ahead with our green leaves or the green plant part of our pot. Perfect. Good. Okay. All right. Everybody's good to go. So now we can go ahead and draw the uh, plant part of this pot. Now this plant that I have right here is a little bit different from the previous two that we have gone ahead and drawn. So what I want you to do is just watch how I do one and then go ahead and see how I do the rest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my pencil and go out and in. So you can see the pattern that I did. I went out and in. Now this is exactly going to be the same thing that I continue doing. Now just that I'll be changing this side of doing the curve. So this time I went ahead and did the curve on the right hand side. Next time I'll go ahead and do left or maybe straight or maybe a little slanting, so on and so forth. Now you can go ahead and do it the way you like. If you want to just do one straight line of curves going up, that is also fine. If you want to do overlapping one on top of the other, that is also fine. Be comfortable doing whatever you're drawing because you have to paint it also. So make sure to go ahead and do it as comfortably as you can. Good. Everybody's understood this curve. Let's go ahead and start doing all of them. So here I'm going ahead and doing all of my curves. Go ahead and do your curves the way you are comfortable. Don't go ahead and do it, in a very complicated way that you might end up finding hard. So for example, what you see right now might be too complicated for you. So don't do it like that. Go ahead and do just a simple line. It could be also simple like grass. You can go ahead and do that as well. Excellent work, everybody. Very, very, very well done. Good job. Perfect. Perfect. Good, good, good work. All right. Very well done. Excellent work, everybody. So happy with all of your work that you're doing right now. Good job. Amazing work. All right, so I can see most of you have gone ahead and finished up with your drawing part of our plants. If you've made any mistakes, please go ahead and correct it out right now, because once we start painting, like I mentioned, it can get a little hard for you to go ahead and erase out later. All right, good. Everybody is set to go ahead and get started with the painting process of it. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and paint the first main cacti right in the center. Now here we're going to be going ahead and just using a variety of greens. Now let me just give you an idea on how to mix greens if you don't have it. So if you do not have any green in your palette, then if you go ahead and take a little bit of yellow and take a little bit of blue and mix it up, you will end up getting a yellow. Now, obviously for this painting, we have so many different plants. So I'm going to be going ahead and using multiple types of green. So I'm going to be using medium green, dark green, light green, and things like that. So how do you get those many colors of green? Very, very simple. If you want to make your green a little lighter, then add a little bit of yellow. If you want to go ahead and make your green a little darker, then go ahead and add in a little bit of blue. The more blue you add in, the more darker your color is going to get. The more yellow you add in, the more lighter your color is going to get. So go ahead and find like your mix of colors that you want to work with. We will need 3 colors in total. I've gone ahead and done the center, one that I have right here as my lightest green. The left hand side one is my darkest green, and the right hand side one is just a medium green that I've gone ahead and used. You can go ahead and play around with the greens that you want to go ahead and play around. So now firstly take the color of your choice, the green of your choice. I've gone ahead and taken light green, and we can go ahead and get started painting with the main cactus. Now for this, what I want you to do is take your brush and start by outlining your cactus a bit. So here you can see I'm going ahead and doing a sort of curve on this side, sort of like a boundary. Now the reason I do that is basically because it gives sort of like a margin or a boundary that, okay, I do not want to go outside this. So make sure you do that whenever you're painting. Don't always start off with the center and go like that. Go slowly around the side and slowly around the side to create a good look. So here you can see I'm going ahead and taking my light green, and I've gone ahead and finished up with 2 or 3 parts of my cacti, and now I'm going to go ahead and finish up with my 4th part. Perfect. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and finished all of that. Excellent job, everybody. Looking very, very good. Well done. Perfect. Perfect. Very, very, very well done. Good job. Excellent work. Perfect. Amazing, amazing work, everybody. You're doing so well. Excellent job. Really well done. Good. Good. Great. So I can see most of you have gone ahead and finished up with your green. Again, I'm just going to wait here for a second or two, making sure all of you have finished. And I'm going to start talking about the next part of it. So keep going if you need to. So like I mentioned, the next side that I'm going to be going ahead and doing is going to be my left-hand side. For my left-hand side, I'm going to go ahead and take a darker green. Now, if you don't have the darker green, start mixing up your darker green, because we're going to go ahead and get started in a bit. Perfect. Perfect. All right, good. Everybody's good to go. So let's get started. I'm going ahead and taking my darker green and I'm going to go ahead and start painting these leaves. Now, again, you can go ahead and start by outlining each of your leaves and then filling it in with color. But again, be comfortable when you're going ahead and painting it. So you can see here, I'm doing it really, really neatly and smoothly. Perfect, everybody. Very well done. Good, good, good work. Really well done, everybody. So happy with your work. Good job. Really well done, everybody. So excellent. Great. Great. Good job. All right, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and finished up with my green on my left hand side. Really well done, everybody. So good. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to continue waiting here for a second, making sure all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your green. If you've gone ahead and finished up with your dark green, then start preparing for your right hand side pot. For this, we're going to go ahead and take a medium green like I mentioned. So you can go ahead and mix up, your dark and light. You'll end up getting a medium green. Or if you do not want to go ahead and mix it up, then you can make it fresh by taking a little bit of yellow and blue and mixing it up. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. Perfect. Okay, good. So I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your dark green. So now we can go ahead and move on to the next one. Now for the next one, like you can see, all of your leaves are sort of stuck together. So go ahead and paint it all at one go. We're going to go ahead and outline it later on with black. So don't worry about, how it's going to look right at the end. We're going to work on that later. So just go ahead and start painting it out. Good job. Perfect, everybody. So you can see I'm going ahead and just joining all of them. I'm not really worried that, they're all sort of sticking together. I don't have any issue with that. Perfect, everybody. Really well done. Good. So be patient when you're going ahead and painting. Don't rush through it because, if you're not patient, then your painting won't turn out the way you want it to turn out. So be nice and patient. Do it really well. Do it simply. Do it easily. Perfect. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and finished up with all of my green. I'm going to wait here for a second before we move on to the next step. Excellent job, everybody. Very well done. Good work. Perfect. Excellent, excellent work. Good, good, good job. All right. Now for the next step, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and start painting out my pots. Now, if you've not gone ahead and done any design, then you can go ahead and directly add in any color of your choice onto your pots. I'm not keeping a hard and fast rule that you have to paint the pots exactly the way I'm going ahead and painting it. Again, maybe if you've gone ahead and drawn a design and you want to go ahead and color it completely one color and then do black outlines on top, whatever it is, go ahead and do it in your manner. What I wanted to do was I wanted to pick a red color and paint out some of the parts of the pot and then go ahead and take a black and then outline the whole thing. So that's what I'm going to be going ahead and doing. So I can see most of you are done. So go ahead and pick out the colors of your choice and get started painting with the pot. So for the first part, what I have done is I've gone ahead and taken red and I'm going ahead and doing the bottom part completely red. So this is just an idea. If you want to go ahead and do it in the same manner, you definitely can. If you don't want to, that's also completely all right. So you can say I've gone ahead and done this. For the second one, I'm going ahead and sort of doing that center part and the top part only red, because I want it to be sort of like a black, white, and a red combination of the pot. So that's what I'm going ahead and doing for this one. Perfect, everybody. Really well done. Excellent, excellent work. And for this last part, I'm going ahead and just doing sort of like those lines coming up red, and then I'm going to do the weekly part also red. Perfect. Really well done, everybody. Good, good, good work. If you feel like your pattern or your design that you've gone ahead and drawn is very hard to go ahead and paint with paint, then you can obviously switch on to doing it with your sketch pens or your color pencils or your crayons as well. You don't exactly have to go ahead and do it, with paint. Just because I'm going ahead and doing it with paint, you can obviously switch out and doing it with any other medium of your choice. As long as you make your pots look beautiful, then it's completely fine. Good job, everybody. Really well done. Perfect. Excellent work. Good job. Really well done. Amazing. All right, so I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up with the colors of your pots. If you're still doing it, don't worry about it. Go ahead and do it. No problem whatsoever, because we're just going to go ahead and get into the detailing part a little bit. This again is optional. If you want to go ahead and do it, you may do it. If you do not want to go ahead and do it, completely up to you. Now, this whole process that I have done, I've gone ahead and done with the paintbrush and a little bit of black. I do understand that doing ahead and doing it directly with a paintbrush and doing it with black can be a little hard for you to go ahead and do. So right now, I would definitely tell you switch out with a black sketch pen if you need to go ahead and switch out. If you want to go ahead and take probably a black color pencil or something else, that will also completely work. Just make sure to go ahead and take whatever medium that is comfortable with you, and then do the next process. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, let me just show you a little bit, is I'm going to go ahead and add in the details of the cactus. I'm going to go ahead and add in a design onto my plant, and I'm going to go ahead and outline the leaves. I'm also going to go ahead and outline my pots and the bottom part of it. Now you can go ahead and do this if you like. If you don't want to do this, completely fine. Again, if you want to do this with paint, that's also great. If you don't want to do it with paint and you want to go ahead and do it with a marker, then go ahead and do that as well. So for my cactus, what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and outline it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw a bunch of thorns coming out of it. So these are going to be sort of tiny, tiny lines coming out of my cactus. Excellent job, everybody. Really well done. All right. So this part, go ahead and carry on your own. You don't have to follow it exactly at my pace. I'm just going to tell you sometimes to go ahead and stop and have a look at what I am doing. So here you can stop and have a look at how I'm adding these sort of spikes onto my cactus. If you want to add this in, go ahead and add this in. Perfect. Good job. Really well done, all of you. Perfect. Just going to stop here and make sure all of you have had a look at what I've done. If you want to go ahead and do this, by all means do it. If you feel like, no, I don't want to do this, I feel like it'll be too complicated for me, don't go ahead and do this. Good. Perfect. So I'm going to move on to the next one because I want all of you to do it in your own manner. So for the next one, again, I'm going to go ahead and start outlining it. And for this one, like I showed you, I've gone ahead and done sort of like a design in the center for each one. If you want to do this design, you can go ahead and do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Completely up to you on what you want to do. Good job, everybody. So as you can see, I'm done with my outline and now I'm going ahead and doing this design. So again, if you're not looking, then have a look right now. See the way I'm adding in this design. Decide if you want to add this or not. If you don't want to add this, completely all right. If you want to add this, then go ahead and add this in. Good job, everybody. Very well done. Just waiting here for a second. You can guys can go see, check out the final look of it, how it looks with the design in. Make a decision if you want to go ahead and add this in or you don't want to add it in. Good. Perfect. All right. So for the next one, I'm going to again go ahead and start doing my outline. Like so. Really simple. As you can see, really, really easy, really, really simple. And then I'm going ahead and doing the lines even in the center, like so. All right, so once you've gone ahead and finished up with this, I'm going to go ahead and start adding in a few lines within the leaves as well. You can just go ahead and see what I'm doing right here. If you want to go ahead and again add it into your picture. If you do not want to go ahead and add it in, that's also completely all right. Good work, everybody. You're doing so well. Excellent, excellent job. Amazing. Perfect. So I can see some of your plants are looking very, very unique and looking very, very beautiful. So good job. You can obviously go ahead and do the designs of your choice as well. You don't exactly have to do the designs that I'm going ahead and doing. I want you to be as creative as you can be. Really well done. Perfect. Great. All right. So I can see most of you are going ahead and continuing with your process. So go ahead and do so. I'm going to continue with my process of going ahead and outlining my pots. Again, going ahead and outlining your pots is again up to you. If you want to go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it. If you do not want to do it, don't go ahead and do it. Do it the way you like. Perfect, everybody. So you can see I'm going ahead and doing it like completely. I'm going ahead and doing a full complete outline of all of my pots. If you feel like you want to just do a black portion in some part or some part you don't want to go ahead and do it in that manner. It is your picture and your painting. You've learned so much over the past 5 classes that the 6th class, I wanted to be creative. So go ahead and do it the way you want to go ahead and do it. Excellent work, everybody. Really well done. Perfect. Good, good, good work. Really well done. Good job. Good work, everybody. Really well done. Perfect. So if you look at my picture, I'm done with all of my outlining. I'm just going to wait here for a second to just show you what I've gone ahead and done. I can see all of you are still going ahead and finishing up your work. So take your time. I don't have any issues with you going ahead and taking your time. Continue your process while I go ahead and continue talking. Good. All right. So I can see all of you have gone ahead and seen what I've gone ahead and done. And I am so glad. Really, really well done, everybody. I can see some of you are still going ahead and finishing up your picture, but take your time right after the class as well to go ahead and finish up. I just wanted to go ahead and be, a guide in this class. I wanted it to be sort of like a class where you go ahead and use your own creativity as well. I didn't want it to be a class wherein, you follow me exactly step by step, because I do realize that you have your own creative minds that you also want to go ahead and use, which we exactly went ahead and did today. So good, good, good work, everybody. So proud of how all of your plants are looking. Now, before we end today's class, just a couple of pointers like I always give you. Firstly, certificate program. Make sure to get that certificate because you're getting a chance to get one. Just go ahead and grab it. Secondly, do your submission irrespective of how you've done. Good job, bad job, average job, whatever it is, go ahead and do your submissions because I, as a teacher, want to look at your work. Now, excellent work, everybody, and I'll go ahead and see you in the next course that we go ahead and start off with. I'm excited to go ahead and start off with a new course, and I'll see you guys in that one. Bye bye, and see you till then. Have a look at the submission video.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link, and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm